Why do pilots eat different meals on flights? Could it be a matter of life and death? Is boarding last the secret to a stress-free flight? Is there a reason why you should always raise your window blinds during takeoff? Is turbulence really the biggest threat? What makes updrafts more dangerous than turbulence? Let's explore these intriguing air travel mysteries. Have you ever noticed that almost every airplane seat you've ever sat in is a calming shade of blue? It's not just a random choice. Airlines specifically select blue because it's known to have a calming effect on passengers, helping even the most nervous flyers to feel at ease. But there's a more practical reason too. Blue does a great job of hiding stains, dirt, and scrapes that inevitably accumulate as thousands of passengers come and go. And speaking of things that get passed around, did you know that your boarding pass holds more power than you might think? Tossing it in a public trash can after your flight isn't just careless, it's risky. That small piece of paper contains sensitive information like your name and frequent flyer number, which could allow someone to tamper with your future travel plans. Imagine someone accessing your frequent flyer account, changing your seat, or even canceling your upcoming flight. So before you dispose of it, take it home and run it through a paper shredder. Better safe than sorry. Now back to those mysterious SSS letters on your boarding pass. If you see this, get ready for an extra round of security checks. These letters stand for Secondary Security Screening Selection, and they mean you'll be pulled aside for additional scrutiny. But don't panic. It doesn't necessarily mean you've done anything wrong. Sometimes it's simply a result of booking a one-way ticket or paying for your flight in cash. Other times, it's completely random. The extra screening might feel inconvenient, but remember, it's all part of ensuring safety in the skies. Security personnel might take a closer look at your carry-on, or you might be asked a few additional questions. It's all standard procedure. And once you've made it through security and settled into your seat, you might think the biggest threat is turbulence. But seasoned pilots know there's something far more dangerous lurking in the skies: updrafts. While turbulence might jostle the plane a bit, updrafts, sudden, powerful air currents, can push the aircraft to dangerously high altitudes in a matter of seconds. Pilots are always on the lookout for these unpredictable forces, ensuring your safety as they navigate through the clouds. As the boarding announcement echoes through the terminal, you might feel the urge to rush to the gate, eager to secure your spot on the plane. After all, who wants to risk missing their flight or ending up with no room for their carry-on? But here's a tip from the pros: don't. Experienced travelers know that boarding last has its perks. By waiting, you can avoid the long line, navigate the jetway with ease, and spend less time crammed in your seat before takeoff. The only exception? If you're carrying a bulky bag. In that case, boarding early might be wise to ensure you find overhead bin space for your luggage. But there's more to the art of boarding. If you're traveling with a group, consider the strategy of having one person board early to secure the overhead bin space, while the rest board later to avoid the wait. This way, you get the best of both worlds. And if you're flying solo, don't hesitate to make friends with the gate agent. They might just help you find a better seat or ensure your carry-on is taken care of. Airplane features and procedures. Once you're on board, take a moment to observe the little things that keep the plane running smoothly. Ever wonder why flight attendants flip a small switch on the bathroom door before takeoff and landing? It's to prevent the door from flying open at the wrong time. And yes, they can unlock the door from the outside just as easily if needed. As you settle in for the flight, know that turbulence is just part of the journey. Pilots are prepared for it. But they keep a much closer eye on those updrafts, which can sneak up on them, especially at night. It's like hitting a giant speed bump at 500 miles per hour, so pilots are trained to handle these situations with utmost care. And if you ever hear a series of chimes during the flight, know that it's the crew communicating about everything from turbulence to meal service timing. Airplane myths debunked. One common fear among passengers is the possibility of a bird strike taking out an engine. The thought of a bird being sucked into the turbine and causing a catastrophic failure can send chills down your spine. But rest assured, while birds do occasionally get sucked into engines, it's not as catastrophic as it sounds. These engines are designed to withstand such incidents without putting the flight at risk. Engineers have rigorously tested them to ensure that even if a bird or several gets caught, the plane can continue to fly safely. You might also wonder why there aren't parachutes under your seat, just in case. Unfortunately, parachutes and ejection seats are more suited for action movies than real-life commercial flights. They're simply not practical at the high altitudes and speeds that planes fly, and the chaos of hundreds of untrained passengers trying to jump would create more danger than safety. Imagine the mayhem of people struggling to put on parachutes while the plane is plummeting. Instead, modern planes are equipped with advanced safety systems that make these old-school solutions unnecessary. Packing and travel tips. Packing for your trip can feel like a game of Tetris, but with a few clever tricks, you can make it easier. Rolling your clothes instead of folding them not only saves space but also prevents wrinkles. Use every bit of space. Tuck socks into shoes and pack smaller items into gaps between your clothes. Compression bags are a lifesaver if you're trying to fit more into your carry-on. And here's a little-known hack. If your suitcase is overflowing, grab a duty-free bag at the airport. You can stuff it with extra items and bring it on board without any additional fees. Duty-free bags aren't counted against your carry-on limit, so they're perfect for those last-minute purchases or overflow items. Just remember to keep it discreet. Overstuffing might raise a few eyebrows. If you're really looking to travel light, consider investing in some high-quality travel gear like a compact, lightweight suitcase and versatile clothing that can be worn multiple times. This way, you'll save space and avoid those pesky overweight luggage fees. And don't forget to pack a reusable water bottle. You can fill it up after passing through security, saving you money and reducing plastic waste. Airport strategies. Airports are designed to make you spend money, which is why the 2-hour early arrival rule is so widely promoted. But unless you're navigating a massive, busy airport, you probably don't need all that extra time. Instead, be strategic. Bring an empty water bottle to refill after security, and avoid exchanging currency at the airport where rates are notoriously bad. If you're savvy, you can order your currency online ahead of time or withdraw cash at your destination. And here's a little-known fact. The layout of airport terminals is often designed to make you feel relaxed and more likely to spend money. Those wide windows, cozy seating areas, and even the subtle scent in the air are all part of a strategy to encourage spending. So, the next time you find yourself wandering through duty-free, remember, you're being gently nudged to open your wallet. Flight comfort and health. Flying with contact lenses? You might want to switch to glasses for the flight. The dry air in the cabin can make lenses uncomfortable, and the last thing you want is to be fiddling with your eyes during a long flight. Glasses are not only more comfortable in these conditions, but they also provide a barrier against the dry air. And if you want to enhance your in-flight meal experience, try using noise-canceling headphones. They can actually help improve your sense of taste by blocking out the constant drone of the engines. It turns out that the low hum of the engines can dull your taste buds, so reducing that noise might just make your meal a little more enjoyable. Another tip for staying comfortable is to bring along a good neck pillow, especially for longer flights. It might seem like a small thing, but having the right support can make a world of difference in how rested you feel when you land. Airplane rules and their reasons. As the plane prepares for takeoff, you'll hear the familiar instructions. Put your electronic devices in airplane mode, stow your laptop, raise your window blinds, and fasten your seatbelt. Each of these rules is designed with safety in mind. Airplane mode ensures that your device's signals don't interfere with the plane's electronics. And stowing larger items clears the way for a quick evacuation if needed. Raising the window blinds allows your eyes to adjust to the natural light outside, helping you and others see better in case of an emergency. Another interesting safety measure is the requirement to keep your seatbelt fastened, even when the seatbelt sign is off. Unexpected turbulence can occur at any time, and having your seatbelt on can make all the difference.